Hello. Time to make a new video here. Thinking a little bit about what to do here. I don't usually play with these objectives. Maybe I could do that a go. Give that a go. So there are three kind of objectives. There is this economic dominance. The only state I haven't played here is Brazil. But I know that there is like a DLC for South America, but just doesn't seem very interesting to play in South America for me. So let's see what others are there. Here I didn't play Mexico or China. So let's see here. Nothing short of complete domination of the global populace will satisfy you. Subjugate, conquer, or grow, or simply grow your own population until most of the world lives inside your borders. I played Prussia and Japan, but I didn't play Spain and Egypt, so maybe let's play Spain. Let's read about it. The young Queen Isabella rules a divided Spain, with liberal and conservative faction at each other's throat. Will the Queen be a mere puppet in this struggle, or will she take a more active role? So Spain, it used to be like a major power. It used to be actually the greatest power in all of Europe and all the world. Welcome to the hegemony player objective. In this objective you will given a series of journal entries. To complete that will guide you down your path towards creating your own hegemony. So that will be interesting to read about that. So let's talk a little bit about Spain. There is an economic history model that is basically like this, that maybe 1500 the most powerful countries in Europe was the Ottoman Empire and Austria, maybe who was the emperor of the Holy Roman Empire, and also these Italian city-states were very, very wealthy. They were not a unified Italy, but they were very wealthy, like Venice and Genoa. They have lots of trading, and here to the east. And a lot of inventions here, like the Renaissance and banking and stuff like that. Then, after colonization, the age of colonization started, the economic and military focus went from this part of Europe to Portugal. That was the first nation to colonize, of course. They colonized in Africa and had a lot of like trading posts, and all the way to India. Like this city Goa was colonized very early by the Portuguese, and they brought riches from India, and then Portugal also had colonies here in Brazil. There was this kind of a line that went something like this. So everything east of that line belonged to the Empire of Portugal, and everything to the west belonged to the Empire of Spain. So Portugal had Brazil, Spain had the rest, even Mexico. And then Spain after Portugal, because Portugal is quite a tiny country, as you see here. Then after Spain had colonized this, they became the major power in Europe. And then after them, Spain, their economics went down, I will talk about that later. They had some kind of economic problems, even if they were super wealthy, because there was so much gold and riches here in Mexico and Inca and so on. And then the economic power went to France, who is a more populous country, and Paris, it was like the capital of the world at that time. But they were defeated very heavily in the Napoleonic Wars. So then industrialization started here in England, and so England and the British Empire is the most powerful nation right now, and will be during this time period. But after this game ends, they will be overtaken by Germany, who is formed, and also Germany has more people basically than England, and also by the United States, who will have a lot of migration. So that's basically like quick economic history of the world. So Spain got into trouble here with their colonies. Maybe the colonies wanted to have like independence, and there were also like economic mismanagement, I think. So now almost every colony here has broken free from Spain, and the only colony we have left here in America, it's Cuba, which is our puppet. And here in Asia, the only colony we have left is the Philippines. So we still have Philippines, who is also our puppet. And they want the liberty desire, they want to increase the liberty desire, so we have to work on that. Let's look at the diplomacy. Yeah, we only have those two. Cuba, it's going down, but Philippines is going up, so we need to improve with the Philippines. Let's improve with Cuba also, why not? So let's look at, and as you probably know, that Spain in 1937 there was a Spanish Civil War. It was like just before World War II, and the right and the left fought, and they destroyed Spain. So Spain, even since that, and the fascist won. So Spain is just not a very wealthy country by European standards anymore. Of course, they also have the problem, like all the Mediterranean countries have here, that it's just a little bit too warm. Like in the middle of the day in the summer, it's just way too warm to work. So that influenced also that these countries are not very rich anymore here around the Mediterranean. So let's look at Spain here. We have Isabella de Bourbon. Bourbons are a Spanish faction, and as you might remember, that Napoleon, he conquered Spain and put the Bourbons, that's a French royal family, on the throne. So they were in the Napoleonic War, Spain was a puppet of France, but after France got defeated, also Spain got its independence. So we have a young queen here. She's just a kid, and she's part of the intelligentsia, which is good because then we can get some reforms. The government is unacceptable now. It's intelligentsia and the Catholic Church, and that's a weird, because intelligentsia is basically the left that live in the cities, and the church is like the right in the cities. So it used to be that the church used to be from government with landowners and the petty bourgeoisie in the armed forces. So let's see if we can reform it. Yeah, if we kick out the intelligentsia, we get better. Also, if we put in the landowners, that would also be better. But let's just think about that for a little bit before we do any change here. Let's see the laws. We have a monarchy, an oligarchy. Often, most countries start with an autocracy. Let's see what's the difference with oligarchy and autocracy. It gives less authority. Less legitimacy from heads of state in governments, but not as big penalty for ideological incompatibility. We have like the intelligentsia and the church is like opposite sides, so they shouldn't. And also the political strength of the capitalists is only 25% here. Looks like most people prefer the landed voting. Could do that. That's a possible first reform for us. We have appointed bureaucrats. That's a fine law. That's a good law. It's better than hereditary bureaucrats. Professional army is good. Interventionism is good. We have mercantilism. That means that we have a chance to play corn laws to get to free trade. But people don't want that right now, but maybe later. We also have tenant farmers, good, so we don't have serfdom, that's good. We don't have any colonial affairs. I probably want colonial affairs to play the colonization game, because we need immigrants in Spain. If we're going to stay relevant, we need to get some immigrants to Spain. We have censorship, religious schools, and also charity hospitals. So Spain is kind of famous for the strong... Spain has a strong tradition of churches. Like, for example, you might know this La Sagrada de Familia church that they're building here in Barcelona. It's like the most beautiful church in the world. I think it's like they've built it for 200 years, so soon maybe there is an event we will start to build a church here in Barcelona. And let's look here. Don't have any social security, and we have national supremacy. As you know, it's good to get to cultural exclusion. Let's see about because Spain, they has some pop that are not Spanish, but they're Catalan. So let's see if the Catalans are being discriminated. They are not being discriminated. What about the Basques? Basques is not discriminated either. So that's fine, we're not discriminating. Of course, the Arabs, like here, we have a trading post in Melilla, of course they're being discriminated here. Okay, so that's about the politics. Let's go for landed voting. People like that. We're lacking a commander here. And we're lacking something here. Let's promote that guy. Grain is expensive. That means that we can we can corn law. If this is over 25%, you can corn law, which is one of the strongest things in the game. Then you press this button and we will get corn law active. And of course the unacceptable government. I'm just gonna see who wants this law change here. Yeah, the landowners wants that. So we can kick out the intelligentsia and get a better government. So let's do that. Let's go for that one on. That's fine. And let's look at the economic situation here. We have let's just look at the institutions. Yeah, we cannot do that. Why not? I can't do that. Okay, so let's look at the tax situation. The tax situation is good. What about infrastructure? Infrastructure is good. Looks like we have some more colonies like in Puerto Rico and Canary Islands also. What about the Canary Islands here? They are Spanish culture, so we should incorporate this one. It was also in Puerto Rico, it's here. Afro-Caribeño is discriminated. What about the Caribeño? It's not discriminated actually. So let's incorporate those. Okay, let's also look if we have any lobbies. Spanish-French fellowship. Of course, I want to be friends with the great powers, like especially France and in Britain, because they could just completely destroy me. So let's improve here and here. That's a good start. We could also form our own power block. We can do everyone here. And I think I will do that. Like, it's risky, but it's fun to play your own power block. The question is, what kind of block should we do? We could do everyone, apparently. I never played Religious Convocation. It's not supposed to be very good, but maybe it's like fitting for Spain being. I'm going for the trade league, I think. That's trade league is fine. And I believe it's this one that's the best of those. So let's do that. Why can't I form it? I don't have enough influence. Yeah, let's wait to form it then. Okay, what text do we have? We don't have all level 2s, so we should work on getting the level 1s first. Okay, I want this one first so I can reform the school system. Texts are done. And we're corn lawing it. Let's look at the budget. We're taxing liquor and tobacco. Liquor doesn't give much, but tobacco gives a lot. Are we obsessed with wine in Spain? Let's look at the pops here. Now we don't have any. Thought maybe we were obsessed with wine, but we're not. So let's look at the budget. That one is just giving so much. 60k. This one is not giving much, so let's just remove it. Let's see, where is our construction sectors? We have 2 in Castile, which is here. Let's see if we have any good thing here. We have iron here, and coal here, and river. So let's build up these guys, I guess. So it was a while since I played here, so let's put in some infrastructure stuff here. And resource, grass, maybe something like that. I need see me some over here. Like that, that's fine. I'm just gonna cut and just something like that. Let's start with that. Also we have some golds here, that's nice. Okay, and anything else I forgot to do? Doesn't look like it. Yeah, maybe we should attack somewhere. Let's put out our interests here. Let's go for that. So, this was a nice start episode, I think. So let's pause here, and next episode it's time to start the game.